Let's do one more. I want to do one more fast protocol here. One more fast one. First thing I want to do before we do that is the lungs. This is an organ-based protocol. There are 5 key organs in the body. And I want to show you how to use this system to work with them. The first one is the lungs. The lungs are right here. I almost always do this on quantum or unity. But you try. You see which one is good. Try unwind first. Try quantum. Try activate. Try unity. Try wave. I'm doing the lungs right here. Lungs are right here. This is the first organ. I tell you, the organ protocol to me is worth its weight. It is profound protocol. For me, it's like your car. You know, if you have a car, you want it to last a while, what do? You take it in to get it serviced. Everyone knows if you have that car, you know, and you don't do that for a while, eventually at a certain point, the oil, something goes, you blow the water pump, you blow the engine, something happens to it. You take it in, you service it. From my perspective, these 5 organs are like the systems of a car. I joke with folks, you know, most people, the car companies, they map out exactly how long the part lasts before they sell it to you. Then they give you the warranty until the day before the part is going to last. Well, if you take care of it, you have a huge higher % chance of that car lasting a long while. I tell people these organs, this is like our warranty system, and most of us are past the warranty system. Most folks have no reference where their organs are. So I want to walk you through this. I do this at least once a week. First organ I'm working on is the lungs. As I'm doing it, my body is relaxing, is dissolving. It feels good. I can tell when I'm doing a protocol that I like. It's the same way when you watch a TV show and you like it. You're like, this is good. This is great. Well, when I'm doing this, my body is unwinding. It feels great. Why is this one the first one? Because this is like your carburetor. If the lungs, you know, the lungs take in oxygen. Why? Oxygen is fuel. They use liquid oxygen to send rockets to space. When our planet has 30-40% more oxygen in it, we had huge ferns, hundreds of feet high, huge creatures. Babies have huge amounts of oxygen in their blood. They're growing really fast. Oxygen is fuel. It's our fuel source. Well, this is like your carburetor. If this is shut down, you know, anyone who understands machinery or automotive, watch. This is exactly like a machine. Lungs are open. You absorb oxygen. It goes into the blood. It goes to the cells. It activates ATP. Your DNA downloads new information. You regenerate new cells. Body finds solutions to problems. No oxygen, and your system is going to go like this. It's going to be starved for energy. So first place I work every organ protocol. By the way, I didn't make this up. I learned this from smart little Taoists over in the Far East who've been doing this for like 2,000 years. They passed this down for thousands of years. They call it Qigong. Well, this is Qigong, only we cheat with the cheat Qigong, you know. We're using the laser. They spend they spend years cultivating their ability to activate these areas with Qi, with energy. Well, we're in the West. We're very busy over here. So we cheat a little bit. It's a great protocol, and anyone who wants to learn how to do it without lasers, I always show people in our seminars how to use the still point process to work on these organs. Well, you want to do it easy? For me, I do easy laser, you know, once a week. Get on our conference calls. You know, this is what I say when I say quantum wave is much more than just a product. You buy the product, and we also invite people onto our conference calls, our live streams. We give out protocols constantly, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert. The only thing we do is share protocols that Lily and I use in our lives. And I always tell people, don't believe me, don't trust me, I don't know anything, because I don't like to think. Thinking, from my perspective, is highly overrated on planet Earth. If you think, you can't rest in still point. I take still point any day. Everyone go ahead and take a nice big breath in. Drop into the space in between and just rest here. I'm simply sharing, as Lily and I have done for years in our seminars, this is what we do. You try it. You see if it's real. If it is, great, then do it. If it's not, don't do it. I don't ever do anything that isn't real for me. I never want anyone to do anything unless they try it and it makes sense. They feel the result. And they say, that's our entire network is based on that principle. As can be exemplified by emissaries there. I'm not sure if Margarita's there. We got emissaries in the Bev, Marilyn, We got emissaries in the area there. Some are here today, some aren't because of the farming that's going on right now. Barb and Bryn. If I'm not sure who's there today, if they're there, the people that have been in our community and have been doing this can attest to the fact that these protocols are helpful in their experience. Yet you try it, you make sure it's real. Okay, that's the first thing, the lungs. The second organ I want to go to, and we're going to move quite right along here, is the kidneys, below the adrenals in the low back. Below the adrenals in the low back. That's good. The adrenals, the kidneys from my perspective are the battery. So when I open the lungs, my goal is like the carburetor. We bring in energy, the fuel, we load up the kidneys. The kidneys are very simple in life. The kidneys, in Chinese acupuncture and in theory, they say if you have low kidney energy, you get problems. So the challenge with a lot of folks, if the kidney energy gets low, the different systems are now undervitalized. If you're noticing your system's getting a lot of a weakened immune system stuff, a lot of emotions, it's like this. If your kidney energy is weak, then when you go out in the world, someone coughs, that knocks you, that hits you. If someone has a lot of emotion near you, it knocks you over. You don't follow through. If you have strong kidney energy, your body keeps going with what it's doing. It just keeps on going. Stuff falls down, stuff's happening. On a recent trip we were on, we went one place and there was a volcano going off. We went somewhere else, there was a hurricane. We went somewhere, everywhere we went there was some different thing going on. And as a result, we just kept staying in still point, keep the system going. There are major challenges happening on our planet right now. There's all sorts of things going on every single day. Economics, politics, different solar flares happening every other week. So last week we had a huge solar flare come out. There's right now, huge changes. There's major shifts going on. Keep your kidney energy strong every day. Really important. Keep the kidney energy nice and vital and strong every day. I just moved it around. When I do this work over the kidneys, I look around. I'm leaning back. Particularly good for any guys with low back pain. I've had numerous guys tell me they had chronic back pain. They began working on their kidneys every day. Back pain gone. Week 2 later, back pain gone. By strengthening kidneys. Anyone want to look younger? Strengthen kidneys. Anyone dealing with autoimmune challenge? Lyme's. I had 2 people tell me from Lyme's disease, if they strengthen their kidneys, their system is able to keep moving forward. Fibromyalgia. This is basic physics. It's no different than your car. Your car doesn't run. What's the first thing you check? Does it have fuel? Kidneys are the gateway. They're the battery life, the battery for energy. Okay, that's the kidneys. I'm going to do one moment on them with quantum. I often do quantum on the kidneys. I was on Unity. I just changed to quantum, which feels great. Jeez, does that feel good? The more you work with our system, you'll be able to tell. We have a lot of folks that say there's 1 or 2 programs that they love. They put it on and it just, for them, it's like they're, which is no different than on TV. TV, most people have like 3 or 4 things that are their main ones they like. Shopping, cooking, for some people this. I like Discovery, Nova, Aliens. Those are the things that for me, if I'm good, I don't watch a lot of TV, particularly when we're home. When we're on the road, I don't sleep so good, so I end up, watching a local, occasionally there's some great shows on local cable station, or that to me is what I'm drawn to. Laser's the same way. Some people are drawn to this one. As you start using it, you'll get a sense which ones are the ones that feel good and have an effect. Okay, that's the kidneys. The third key area I want to go to is the liver. And the liver's on the right side of the body, halfway up the spine on the right side of the body. And I'm on quantum and it feels great. You'll see I'm kind of rubbing the laser a little bit around the area. This is what other companies do. I was watching this infomercial. They're just rubbing it around the area. Just rubbing it. I usually let it sit, but occasionally right here today for me, this feels great. The liver, by the way, is what purifies and cleanses your blood. Just like the car, each system has its own area. The radiator does this. The fuel line does this. The battery system does this. Same thing here. Your liver does your blood. Your liver purifies your blood, it cleanses your blood, and most important to me, it activates the somatids, the life energy in the blood. When your liver is strong and clean and not overburdened with toxins and stress and emotions, blood goes through there and it supercharges the blood so your body can blood can go around your body and regenerate and find solutions to things. So if you're noticing a weakened immune system, if you're noticing you're napping a lot, if you're noticing you feel like you're really aging, you want to start working over this area. This is basic physics. Big part of our approach to using lasers is an ongoing, and it's part of the reason we're doing this upcoming Still Point Facilitator program for folks that want to learn how to really use Still Point in their life, the entire system, and be versed and able to work with other people, with the laser and also with the Still Point process. All right, that is the liver. By the way, if you go home, occasionally I'll go here, then I'll go off the body a little bit. Occasionally I'll work right on the side down here. Tell you, I often notice which one, when I'm doing a protocol, is the one that's really powerful for me. Today, liver. Why? Because couple of reasons. Liver for me is something that it's an area that I work a lot with the liver to try to keep it really strong, right next, and the gallbladder. It's an area for me that I work on a lot, and to me, clear as day. Right now, today, it's really, really good one for me to work with. Okay, that's the liver. The fourth key area is the spleen. Other side of the body, the spleen. Halfway up the body, the spleen. Just like the liver governs your blood, the spleen governs your lymphatic system. Your lymph system is the key system in your body that is like your bouncer. It tells when something comes in, it's not so good, heavy metals, some kind of toxin, pesticide. Your lymph goes to that area. It says to that area, all right, what are you doing here? We got to contain you. We got to export you out through one of the detox elimination systems. Most people on planet Earth's lymph system is highly underactive. I can't say this enough. To me, this is probably in the West one of the areas that is the most underactive areas in our people. Why? Because people are stressed. When your body is stressed, the lymph system gets shut down. And because people are being barraged with chlorine and other toxins and chemicals. Chlorine is a gas. People are showering in it, they're drinking it, they're bathing in it, they're swimming in it, they're wearing clothes and sheets. Chlorine is a gas. What makes lymph special is lymph has very high spinning electron activity. Lymph, the electrons are spinning very fast. Chlorine has a provable effect at degrading and slowing electron spin down, which is somehow awfully ironic that we're using it as a way to completely shut down collectively our people's health. Chlorine's a gas. It shuts down electrons. It's like the antidote to lymph is chlorine. So do what you can to get chlorine out of your life. And the good news is the stronger we get our lymph system, the stronger the spleen is, the stronger the thymus gland is, the stronger, and we walk you through how to do that, the stronger the lymph system is, the more the body can process that chlorine. In other words, in the rock, paper, scissors game, lymph lymph beats gas. Lymph is ether. Ether beats gas. That's why I always tell people, from my perspective, lymph is the future of medicine. Lasers aren't the future of medicine. Lymph is the future of medicine. When we understand collectively how to keep our systems vital, strong, a lot of ether, a lot of high-spinning electrons, our body can find solutions to anything going on the planet. Anything going on in the universe, because lymph in the body is like the space in the universe. It is the major commodity and resource of the human body. It's in the cell. It's in the fluid around the cell. It's in the lymph system. It's in the blood as plasma. It's in the cerebral spinal fluids. This high-spinning ether energy is everywhere in the body. In fact, my goal in using lasers is, from my perspective, not all lasers, the approach that we take to lasers, we do some very specific things to the light to help spin the light into a way that's going to activate and induce these nonlinear high-spinning electron formations and activities in the body for ultimate health. That is another, we're not going to get into that too much today. That's really our alchemy approach to using lasers, and we get into that in our seminars, and it's a big piece to how I use the laser and how many people in our community use the laser as well. So again, right now we're working on the spleen. The last area I want to touch on today in the organs, again, so far we did the lungs first, then we did the kidneys, then we did the liver, then we did the spleen. Now we're going to the fifth organ, that of the heart. that of the heart. 5 key organs. I tell you, whenever I do this protocol for like 3 days, I feel great afterwards. You'll see, I don't go right up to the heart. I go over the whole area. Then I just kind of over this general vicinity. In Chinese acupuncture, Taoists who came up with this protocol, they say the heart is like they call the vessel. And they say all these other organs, it's like a contained system. And this is like the heart is the key. They say when all the organs are balanced and the heart is balanced, the heart releases something. They call it, translates to the word Jing. It translates to essence, love. In other words, the goal of all this is to have a good, strong, solid engine so that we can focus in on the key. They say when this essence comes from this alchemy, this internal alchemy, they say that what comes, the essence, that brings brings peace, it brings love, it brings good health, longevity, and happiness. Sounds pretty good to me. I'd take some of those. When I do this protocol, that's what we're saying. We're saying, sign me up for that. As opposed to just sitting around and eating foods that aren't good and watching TV and getting stressed out. Carve out that space every day. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Get on our live stream. Get on our conference call. At least 2 to 3 occasions a week we send out. And you know, we send out these to, I heard yesterday there's like 18,000 emails in our network, which I had no clue. We send this out and we can see a lot of people go on and listen to the conference calls, listen to the live streams. I tell people, take your laser out, go along with it. You listen to a couple of these, you're going to be an expert. For me, I don't know how people live on planet Earth without taking some space. This is a tool. For the price of a cup of coffee a day, you could literally consider that. You know, for what you could be doing, drinking coffee and activating your adrenals, you could every day be carving out some space to unwind and dissolve and come back here. And I can tell everyone drop into still point, yet I can tell we're all in still point. I don't need to tell everyone to drop in because we're there. It's clear. All right, so this is the heart. By the way, when you're home and you do this, don't not do it. I often ask people, are you doing the protocol? And people will say no. And I say, why not? And they say, well, we got home, forgot where the points were. Don't not do it. If you're home, go like this. Just pretend or make it up. They're your organs. They're all in here. You know, if you do this is like the shortcut protocol. You're going to get the lungs. You're going to get the kidneys. You're going to get the liver. You're going to get the spleen. You're going to get the heart. Just simply go like this. These are your organs. You grow them every single day. And by the way, I tell everyone in every seminar we do, if you're still here on planet Earth, I don't care what challenge you're dealing with, I don't care what diagnosis or what's going on in your experience, if you're still here, you are doing great. I saw in Discovery, they said there are 200 billion stars in our galaxy. Then they said there are at least 200 billion other galaxies. That's the part that I said to Lily. I said, did I hear that right? She was in the kitchen. I said, did I hear that right? 200 billion other galaxies that have at least 200 billion stars. That is profound. So from my perspective, like I said, I don't care what's going on. If you're still here, any person I work with, if they're still here, miraculous. Miraculous. And what do we know? The body's about to be different. Let's dig in. Let's see what we can do to help make the next moment more energy, more coherent, so the body can find solutions and we can have a new moment. Now that doesn't mean everyone stays. Everyone I have news is going to leave pretty soon anyways. This thing's like a blink of an eye here on this planet. So let's do what we can. We're not doctors. I'm not trying to tell anyone any protocols. This is a tool, like a hammer is a tool. Hammer helps build homes, helps the carpenter build the home. This is a tool. It donates energy. It has a nice, relaxing, unwinding effect. All I do is use it on different areas. My goal is to relax, unwind. Let the body heal things. It's capable. It has this neat, nifty thing in the center of every cell called DNA. What is DNA? It's like the GPS, the internet. It's downloading information into every cell to tell the cell how to find solutions to problems and how to replicate another cell. The biggest impediment to that process is when the body gets stressed, adrenaline gets released, and it freezes that process. When it freezes the process, there's no cell energy, there's no new DNA coming down into the system, the body atrophies, kind of goes sideways. My goal, again, repeatedly, unwind, So the body resets in still point, then the DNA starts coming down line. How could I know more about you or someone else than you do? There's no other expert. You are the expert, not you the personality, you the DNA that's downloading information and is the reason you're here in every moment. So go home, get a nice pat on the back, because if you're here, you're doing great.